Hey guys, so I hope you guys can see me and hear me, and I hope the lighting is not crazy. I'm on my camera, so and hopefully the sound doesn't go out. So this is going to be a series of videos today that I have to record. I've been trying to get them recorded since the 4th of July, but like either I record them and then I forget about them, and then when I go back to listen to them, the sound is off or something. So anyways, this is going to be going over, let's see, I'm going to start with the easy stuff first. So basically I'm going to go over some books that I am going to be reading, and then from there I'm going to be going into my updates as far as from the DNC to today basically. So the books that I am going to be reading are, first off, this is the book that I am starting to reread. It's Two Full Term, My Mother's Triumph Over Miscarriage from Darcy Plain, and I have done a book review on this book last year, and I am going to be rereading it, and I am going to be jotting down some information, because basically if you haven't watched the review to this book, I'll put a link down below or wherever it's at to the actual book review. But it's just basically this woman, she had several miscarriages and she knew something was wrong versus what the doctors were saying, you know, it's just bad luck, it's just bad luck. And with her prying and telling her doctors, hey, you need to test, you need to test this, you need to test that, she finally had a successful pregnancy. So this is one book I'm rereading, and I want to try to have it done before the 19th because I have an appointment on the 19th. Also, I thought I finished this book before because I was getting ready to do a book review on it, but I found that I didn't. I have my bookmark in here, so I am going to start from the beginning to the end and read this. And this is the Infertility Survival Handbook, Everything You Never Thought You'd Need to Know, Beating the Odds in Surviving. This is by Elizabeth Falker Swire, or Swire Falker, sorry. And basically this goes over IUIs, IVF, it goes over everything, testing and stuff like that. And right now we don't know what the next step is. We don't know if they're going to let us conceive naturally or if I'm going to have medicated cycles. I don't know. I really don't know. So this is going to kind of give me an insight to what to expect to those procedures if need be. This one, not so much. I'm not going to be reading it right away because I want to get this one read first. And this one I'll just probably start reading towards the end of this month. So that's another book. And then I was at the Christian bookstore last Thursday, and I was roaming around. First we went on Tuesday to one closer to us, and they didn't have what I was looking for. So I figured that I would go to it's the same company but a different Christian bookstore, like maybe 20 minutes away from here. So we went there and on Thursday, and I was poking around and stuff like that, and I actually went there for this book, and I'll go over this book in a minute. But I was looking around right where they have a Catholic section. They have like a little section with like bargain books that are like up to 80% off. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna like kind of browse, and like I'm not really big into that kind of reading. I am more of I'm looking for something to deal with, you know, pregnancy loss and stuff like that. So I was just browsing around and I seen this book, What Jesus Said, and I didn't see the pricing on it. I just seen like the top part because they have it just up in like this. And I was just looking and saying what Jesus said, and I'm like, so I grabbed it, and when I grabbed it, I was just like, I just like kind of opened it without even looking at the thing. I just grabbed it like this, and I picked it up like this, and I just opened it, and I'm like, I was looking, and I guess this is like a reference book to everything that Jesus said in the Bible. So I was like, oh, this is pretty good, pretty cool. I might, you know, I'll probably just come back for it. And then I look at the cover and I'm like, wow, it's only $2, as you can see here. So I did end up taking it because I was like, if I don't need, you know, if I don't read it, I can give it to my mom or my sisters and they can read it and stuff like that. So I know that I'm going to get great use out of this book. So I actually went to that bookstore because I was actually looking for this, Favorite Catholic Prayers. I am Catholic, and I'm big on, you know, doing just different prayers and stuff like that. And I had went there on mine and my husband's anniversary and his birthday on April 30th, right before I found out I was pregnant. 5 days before I found out I was pregnant, I went with my friend, and she was looking for a book, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna look in this Catholic section. Well, I picked up this book like this, and all I did was just pick it up, open it, and to my surprise, if you don't know, if you're not Catholic or you don't know anything about Catholic saints, this is Saint Gerard, and he's known for you know, motherhood and stuff like that. And right next to it had the prayer for motherhood. I just looked it over, I prayed it that one time, and magically, you know, our miracle came along, and we found out we were pregnant on May 5th. So I went there to pick up this book, especially for that prayer, and also because they have other prayers in here. I don't know too many by memory. Like, I know the Our Father, I know the Apostles' Creed, the Hail Mary, and stuff like that, but I don't know like too many of them. And you know, I know about some of the I can't even think right now, some of the saints and stuff like that. So this here, I thought I would just pick it up and read it and just pray some of these. Now this right here is, this saint is our it's a Niño de Praga, so it's an infant of what do they call this, infant Jesus. And when I was little, I was hit by a car, and I was put into the emergency room, and they flew me from one hospital to another hospital, because the hospital in town, it is a big hospital, but their trauma was a certain level. It was a low level, and they needed a high level, because I was in ICU and stuff like that. It was a bad thing that happened to me. So my grandmother actually prayed this for me, and we like to think that with, you know, God's help and with the saint, that, you know, I ended up pulling through, because that saint is known to be the healer of children and stuff like that. So great stuff. And as I was flipping through here, I was looking at they have one for safe delivery, they have one for helpless children, or helpless babies, the helpless unknown is what it's called, and just a bunch of other stuff. So I figured that this would help me a lot, and this one was $6, so it wasn't too bad. I did order 2 other books, and I just got a phone call on yesterday that both of them are in already, so I have to go get those, pick those up, because I really want to start reading. But as far as right now, these are the books that I am going to be reading. Now, if any of you guys out there have had, you know, numerous miscarriages, one miscarriage, a stillbirth, dealt with SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, sorry. If you have dealt with anything like that, you know, loss of an infant, anything whatsoever, and it's kind of a good book, you know, it's a good book and it's something that you would recommend to somebody, please let me know, because I am looking for lots of reads, and I'm looking for questions that I need to ask, and, you know, different tests that I need done, because I'm going into this, yeah, you know, already suffering 3 miscarriages, but I don't know what tests they're supposed to do. And, you know, just me asking these questions, and if I don't know what these tests are for, then, you know, the doctor's gonna be like, oh, that's not important, which, you know, it might be in my case. Well, anyways, guys, be on the lookout for the next parts of this video series. So I'll talk to you in a little bit.